Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Android with Naga. In the previous video, we learned what coroutines are, why they were introduced, and how they help us perform asynchronous work without blocking the main thread. So we also talked about a launch, async, dispatchers, and scope. But today's question is different. When we write a coroutine, who manages it? Who keeps track of it? And what happens if the user suddenly closes the screen while the coroutine is still running? Let's find out. Imagine you are watching YouTube. You open your video and the application starts loading the comments from the server. At that moment, a coroutine is running. But what you did is, before the comments were arrived, you press the back button and leave the screen. Now think about this. Should the coroutine continue running? Should it continue consuming memory and resources even though the screen no longer exists? Of course not. And this brings us to the one of the most important concepts in coroutines, structured concurrency. So to understand structured concurrency, think about a family. A parent is responsible for its children. If the parent leaves, the children go with it. And coroutines work in a very similar way. If we have a parent coroutines and child coroutines. When a parent coroutine is cancelled, all its child coroutines are cancelled automatically. This relationship makes the coroutines predictable and safe. And that's exactly why Android developers love them. So now let's talk about something called job. In the previous video, I mentioned that launch returns a job. But what exactly is a job? Think of a job as a remote control for a coroutine. It allows us to monitor and manage the coroutine. Using a job, we can know, is the coroutine is running? Has it completed? Was it cancelled? And if needed, we can cancel it manually. So whenever you see a launch returning a job, remember this. The job represents the cycle of that coroutine. Now let's connect this idea with Android. Suppose a user opens a profile screen. As soon as the screen opens, we make an API call to fetch the details. A coroutine starts running and everything is fine. And suddenly user leaves the screen. Without structured concurrency, the coroutine may continue running even though the screen is gone. That wastes resources. So this is where ViewModelScope becomes extremely useful. When a view model is destroyed, ViewModelScope is automatically cancels all the coroutines running inside it. You don't need to manually track each coroutine. The framework handles it for you. And this helps prevent memory leaks and unnecessary work. Now let's talk about another very important concept, with context. So many developers use with context every day. But why? Imagine you are standing in your office. Your manager asks you to collect some files from the storage room. You go to the storage room, collect the files, and then come back to your desk, right? You didn't change the jobs. You just simply went somewhere, completed the task, and returned. That's exactly what with context does. It temporarily moves the coroutine to another thread or using the dispatcher. The work gets completed and then execution continues from where it left off. So, for example, network calls are usually performed on dispatchers.io and heavy calculations are performed on dispatchers.default and UI updates happen on dispatchers.main. With context help us switch between these environments safely. Now let's discuss another common question. What happens if something goes wrong? What if the API fails? What if the server returns an error? What if the internet suddenly disappears? Coroutine supports exception handling just like the normal Kotlin. We can use try and catch blocks, and for larger applications, we can also use Coroutine exception handler. The important thing to remember is Coroutines makes asynchronous code easier, but they do not remove the need for proper error handling. So now let's connect everything. Imagine a real Android application. The user clicks the button and a coroutine is launched inside the ViewModelScope. API calls runs on dispatchers.io and coroutine waits for the response. The user interface remains responsive. The server sends the response. The coroutine resumes. The UI gets updated. And if the user leaves the screen at any point of time, ViewModelScope automatically cancels everything. So that is the beauty of structured concurrency. See how beautiful it is. The application remains safe. The code remains clean. And developers spend less time managing the background tasks. So before we finish, let's quickly go through some interview questions. Like, what is structured concurrency? What does async return? Kind of. I will give questions here. Try to answer them in the comment section. And thank you for watching my video. And in the next video, I will come up with what is flow, what is state flow, and what is shared flow and all that. So subscribe to my channel and don't forget to share it with your friends who are learning Kotlin. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.